on that.
I'm not hating on it. I just didn't like it.
But Daddy, the whole world was on his shoulders. Am I right? The whole world was on his shoulders. Am I right?
No, you're wrong. Hey, what's up? This is my daughter Mariah.
And this is my daddy Jordan.
And this is the Daddy-Daughter Movie Review Podcast. So the movie that we recently watched is Transformers Rise of the Beasts. We'll talk for just a couple minutes here, doing like a spoiler-free review or spoiler-free comments, and then we'll jump into all of the spoilers. But we'll give you like a 5-second countdown. We'll let you know whenever that's going to happen. So I guess we'll jump right into what you thought of the movie overall. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What you think?
It was amazing.
I didn't think it was amazing, but I did think it was really good. I liked it a whole lot. So what makes you think that it was amazing?
It's just the machines look so lifelike, even though it's animation.
Yeah, that is true. It probably took forever to do all those animations and all that stuff, getting all that stuff right. I couldn't imagine how they do that. That's crazy. It's real crazy to think about all the stuff that they do behind the scenes, making all of those cars look like, come apart and stand up and look like humans, and making the faces on those things. It's pretty crazy. Is that the first Transformers movie you've seen or no?
Yeah, that's the first one. Well, like at Lovey's house, Transformers was on. I was like, that's the only one I can watch. That's the only good thing I can watch. And so I turned that on and I watched like the last 30 minutes of it.
Okay, cool. I didn't realize that. So this is like I don't know. I don't know how many Transformers movies there are, but I've seen all of them now. But this is the first one that I've seen that I actually liked in a long time. Because there's been a few of them that I watched and I was like, it was cool, but it almost felt like a waste of time because I was like, I didn't get anything out of it. This one, I like this one quite a bit, though. It's the first one I've liked, the first Transformers movie I've liked in a long time. Like, they had one with Mark Wahlberg. That one just was all over the place. I didn't care for it too much. Anyway, so, I mean, I do want to do our ratings before we get into the spoilers and everything.
Okay.
So, what do you rate it 1 to 10? 10 being the perfect movie. 1 being, like, why did y'all even make this trash movie?
10 out of 10.
What? Okay, all right. Well, if I'm going to review it, if I'm going to rate it, I would probably give it probably an 8. A solid 8. First, I was thinking like a 7.5, but I would say an 8. I'm not going as high as a 9 or a 10 because I reserve 10 for movies like the Spider-Verse movie we just watched, which was like a perfect movie to me. And then also, like, this one is not perfect. It's far from perfect because it just had a bunch of flaws in it to me. Like, it was a bunch of stuff going on that I was like, what is that about? Like, it just didn't all add up and make sense to me.
Probably because we missed the first part of it.
No, it was just, let's get that out there. So we went with my wife, obviously, Raya's mom.
She's always late. She always makes us late to everything.
I've only been late to I've been to 100 movies in my lifetime. Well, probably far more than 100. I've only been late to 3 movies, and every one of those 3 times she was with me. So let's put that out there. We were a little bit late to this movie, unfortunately, so we'll probably go see it again just to catch the first couple minutes of it. But I just think that we'll talk about it in the spoiler part, but it was a few things in this movie that just didn't quite work for me. Didn't quite work. Yeah, it's not my fault. It just didn't work. And maybe when we talk about it, you'll be like, okay, yeah, I understand where you're coming from. The runtime, did it seem super long? Did it seem pretty quick? It was 2 hours and 7 minutes.
It was so quick.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was pretty quick too. Spider-Verse, that one went really quickly.
Yes.
We haven't seen a bad movie lately. every time we go to the movies, you enjoy it, but sometimes I'm sitting through it and I'm like, when is this movie gonna be over with? You know, I'm looking at my watch and stuff. But this one, it went real quick to me too. Like it was ending before I even realized it. Usually I'm looking at my watch and I'm like, oh yeah, it's about to end in a little bit. But this time it was like, before I knew it, it's coming to an end. So I was like, wow, that flew by, you know?
Yeah.
Which means that we were entertained, obviously. But yeah, it went by pretty quickly. I like the movie quite a bit. 8 out of 10 is about as high as I can possibly go. I don't plan on going any higher than that. But really good movie. I'm definitely glad that I went to see it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the spoiler part of this show. So you want to give them the 5-second warning real quick? Count down from 5. Let everybody click away if they have not seen this yet. Go for it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, cool. So once again, spoilers here. So if you have not seen the movie, go ahead and go to something different. All right, so let's get into the movie here. Who was your favorite character and why?
I have 3 favorite characters.
Okay.
One is B, and Mirage, and Optimus Primal.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say Optimus Prime. Okay, Optimus Primal. I thought you were going to say Optimus Prime. Okay. I do have a problem with Optimus Prime.
Because he was a little mean to Noah.
No. He always gets his butt whooped. Like he always gets beat up.
And then he needs help from somebody, and then they end up getting killed or something.
Yeah, but I'd be like I'm telling you, I done seen all the Transformers movies all the way back to when my brother and I were little kids in like 1980. That one that got made, the cartoon movie. I don't think you've seen it before.
Mm-mm.
But Optimus Prime got whooped in that one. He got whooped in the first live action. He gets whooped in every Transformers movie. I'd be like, bruh. Like,
and he's the leader.
Yeah, so it's like his leadership skills. Like I give him an A+. Like he seems like a great leader. When it comes to fighting, like he got a cool big axe on his arm.
Like he has like a fire axe.
Yeah, he got a big old sword.
Like a laser sword, and he still gets his
and he got a big cannon that comes off, so he can shoot people. He got all the weapons, and I'd be like,
he has like the best weapons, but he always gets his butt whooped, and somebody tries to save him and almost gets killed
every time.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's like for you viewers out there. You put in the comment section if I'm lying about that, but it's crazy to me. Like the dude gets whooped all of the time. I'm like, this big old dude gets. But anyway, so go ahead.
But Optimus Primal, who is like named after him, and is like Optimus Prime Jr., he's better than him.
Right, big old gorilla. I think that they were trying to make Optimus Prime look old because I noticed I remember one of the characters was like, this is not the same Optimus Prime that I remember, or something like that. I
don't remember that.
Yeah, one of the characters said something like that. I don't remember which one it was. But they was like, this is not the Optimus Prime that I remember. So I think they were trying to make it seem like Optimus Prime is like old and out of his prime, I guess is what they were trying to do. Because he just ain't got it. I don't know what to say about that dude, but he ain't got it.
Always needs help.
Yeah, and I guess if he didn't need help, we wouldn't have movies, or the movie would be like 2 minutes long. They'd be like, well, bring Optimus Prime over here, he'll whoop everybody to be over, you know?
Yeah, it'd be like, fight, we win.
Yeah, movie over. So, okay, so your 3 characters, you said Bumblebee, which, have you seen the Bumblebee movie?
I've seen like the first 10 minutes or something.
So you probably need to watch that movie because it's real good. So Bumblebee is your Bumblebee, you said Mirage and Optimus Primal. My favorite character was definitely not Optimus Prime. It was I'd probably say it was Mirage. I thought he was pretty cool.
He was funny, cool, and his human form was really cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the car version of him was cool. It was a little Porsche, and then whenever he transforms, he's like the human shape or whatever you want to call it. He did look pretty cool. Did you think it was supposed to be the year 1994, which obviously I was way before you were born. But did you notice that it was supposed to be 1994, or did you not even realize that?
Well, I kind of realized it because the subway was all beat up and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't notice it at all. Like, not even a little bit. I do know at the beginning, like, the part that we apparently missed. I saw something online where they showed, like, old movie posters up and stuff like that. But I think if you didn't see that part, like, we didn't see it, then you really wouldn't know that movie was old.
Yeah.
You know?
It kind of felt, like, futuristic.
Yeah, a lot of it did. And then they did a lot of the scenes, like, in the forest and stuff like that. So, I mean, a tree from 1994 looks just like a tree from 2023. So, whatever on that. But, yeah, I couldn't tell the years and all that stuff, what it was supposed to be. I just couldn't tell. Air Razor going bad. Did you notice that was happening, or did that just sneak up on you whenever she was twitching and tweaking and stuff when that woman walked up on her?
Right when that guy shot that thing, I was like, she's going to turn mad. Oh,
really?
That's what I thought. I was like, she's going to turn mad because you could see it spreading in her arm. I was like, she's going to turn mad.
Really? Yeah, whenever she was flying, they showed her arm. I thought it was just going to grow and kill her. And then they showed like her eye or something change colors, and I was like, oh yeah, she about to switch on them. She going to the dark side. I knew that once I saw her eye switching, which I'm sure they did that so slow folks like me could catch that. But yeah, it wasn't a shocker. What were you gonna say?
But when Optimus Primal was like fighting her, she was like, I can't stop it. It was kind of cool how she was talking with her real self, but it was controlling her. It's cool how they did that.
Right, that was pretty cool. And then at the end of it, she was like, "Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it," because she sure couldn't stop what was coming. She couldn't stop changing all the way to a bad guy. I thought that part was pretty cool. One of our favorite characters is Mirage. That's my favorite character, and yours too. What do you think that was so cool about him, and what do you think about like the way that they developed him through the whole movie going forward?
What was so cool about him was that I never knew that Transformers could like change their body into a human suit, because how are they that big but then they turn into a human suit?
What do you mean a human suit?
So remember at the end when Mirage was like mostly dead?
Yeah.
But he was like, you're going to have to take the wheel. And then somehow he changed his big old body into a human suit.
Oh, when he gave Noah the suit, you mean?
Yeah, he turned his big old body.
I don't think he did that. I think he just gave Noah that glove thing and then maybe a couple other pieces, and then it just like makes the...
No, I'm pretty sure he gave like his whole body to him because at the end Noah had to get a whole bunch of other pieces. He couldn't just get the pieces from Mirage.
Right. Well, yeah, I guess that's a good point. You'll have to watch the first Transformers to see what's actually inside of the cars. I think that's the part that you're missing.
What do you mean?
It's like an alien or something went in, like came to Earth and then got into the car and then it turned the... You'll just have to watch it. So it's not like the cars aren't the aliens. It's the things that's in the cars, and then they just make themselves look like cars to blend in with people. You have to just watch it. That movie was made a long time ago, so I'm probably saying it wrong. You guys in the comments, go ahead and correct me on that, because I'm probably sounding real crazy right now.
You're sounding really crazy.
You gotta watch the original one. You gotta watch it. I don't know. It came out in 2010, maybe 2007. I don't know, but it was a while ago. Shia LaBeouf was in it. It was a long time ago. You have to watch that. But I thought Mirage was real cool from the very beginning. I thought it was cool. From the trailers they showed that car that Noah was stealing was going to turn into a Transformer. Yeah. But I didn't know that it was Mirage and that he was going to be like the coolest character. I didn't know that. I want to talk about another part here. this is one of the parts that just didn't work for me. Sorry to say.
Oh, the hater.
The hater. So Scourge, the big bad guy.
Scourge?
Scourge, is that his name?
It was Scourge.
Scourge, okay. That dude, I thought he was cool.
Wait, wasn't it the guy who was the leader of the two people? He was the guy who killed Bumblebee?
Yeah. The main bad guy. Not the big planet eater, whatever.
I know. The planet eater is like, his name starts with M. I can't remember what it is.
I can't think of it either, but he was in the cartoon Transformers movie back in the 80s. But I hate to do this to
the
this
hater.
Okay, so when Scourge or one of his...
It's Scourge.
Okay, Scourge, my bad. So when Scourge was throwing these little spider things out...
Yeah.
And he was running and chasing and breaking stuff and running through walls and doing all that and looking all tough. And then they just be like, pew! And they dead. I was like... So them things was doing all that chasing, and they can tear you can just tear you apart in one swing, and then they just be like, boom, done. You know what I mean? Or then at the end when what's her name, Elena, one of the main characters, Elena, I think her name.
But I think in the main one, so in the first part he has a whole bunch of other ones. I think those are like the tough ones. And they were like in the army, but when like in the middle of the movie they go to the temple and stuff and they're chasing them. I think that was like a little pet or something to him, and the other ones
were like the big ones or something.
Yeah, they're
remember he shot one with Noah shot one with the glove gun thing. Remember?
Yeah, that was when they were in the temple, but they never shot one with. And when they were getting chased by all those little ones. So I think those in the beginning, those ones are like the ones who are like actually doing all the work. But the little pet one, he was like, I think that one was just to do all that, this like spying on or something.
I guess it just seemed like those little spider things were real tough at the beginning, and then as the movie went on, they just looked weak. It's like, just pew and then dead, or here, throw it off the building, over, or throw it off into the fire. I can't think of how that lady ended up killing that one. Did she throw it into the fire?
What do you mean?
Elena, when they was fighting off the thing and it was like lava on the ground and she was trying to get her bag and then that thing was trying to get at her. You remember that?
She hit it with something, I think.
I think she hit it with a key, and then it like fell into the. I don't remember, but. They just seemed like they were real aggressive and attacking, and like they could each like bite your head off, and then they just would like be dead. I'm like,
it was probably just that pet one that was weak. I think that pet one was just for like spying on and stuff.
I guess I just thought that they died way too easy. Another part that I gotta hate on.
Why you always gotta be the hater?
Another part I gotta hate on. Okay,
Like
so you got. Huh?
It's like you're excited to hate on these parts.
I'm not excited.
It's a great movie.
Trust me.
You act like you're excited, Daddy.
Trust me. I hate to do this to this movie. Any movie. But this part didn't make sense either. So you got these big, huge robots that can punch a hole in the wall of a building or shoot a hole in the wall. And they found this most important key. Do you know what I'm gonna say or no?
They lost it.
They lost it, but they got this super important key, and they keep saying, like Optimus Prime and all of them is like, I know we're big, huge, strong Hulk monsters, and this key is ultra important, so I'm gonna give it to the human and let the human run around with it. It's like, what the heck? Like, I'm watching, I'm like...
Because the human could just sell it or something.
But still, like, it's like if you and I are doing something, if you and I are out in battle or something, and then we find the most important thing, I'm not going to be like, here, Raya, take care of this. I'm going to be like, I'm going to make sure, I'm going to hold on to it myself because I'm bigger and stronger than you.
Because it really kind of was, I wouldn't say it was Noah's fault, but kind of was.
But is that stupid though? Like, let's be honest. If you have a transformer, this big, huge being, and the transformer is trying to protect a key, why would you give it to a human
that
and
you
be like,
don't
here?
even know?
Yeah, but I didn't understand that part, and it happened twice. It's like they lost it the first time.
And so first, they found it in the first one. It was like found in there's like this fountain thing, and Elena, she snuck in the lab when she wasn't supposed to.
Uh-huh.
She like broke it, and she found out it was a key. And then so they're like, we gotta get that key. And then like later on, blah blah blah. No one tries to steal that car, but then they go on that whole car chase, and then they go in that warehouse, and they all meet, and then they're just like, you're going to get that key.
Right. Yeah. I don't get, man. If I was Optimus Prime, I'd have been like, give it to me. Back off, little human. And I'd have been trying to kill all the other machines. But they were like, this is the most important key. My name is Optimus Prime.
We must give it to the human.
Give it to the human. See, now look, you talking bad about it. You talking about me.
I'm not trying
because that did not make sense.
Bad.
It did not make sense.
But they couldn't just blast their way through. Well, they couldn't just break into the building because they could be captured, and then they wouldn't be able to go home or anything.
Fair enough. Okay. Here's the last. I think this is the last part I'm gonna complain about. I think it's the last.
Just say it.
All right. Do you know who Chris was in the movie? The character Chris.
Who told Noah to steal the car?
Chris is Noah's little brother, the one that was sick.
Oh yeah.
He was a little cringy to me.
What do you mean?
He said stuff that was just so mushy and like lame. And just like he's like, he gave that little talk at the end. He's like, you're so special.
He was saying that he believed in his brother. What's so mushy about that?
Brothers don't talk like that. That was mushy and weird. You can't
hate about that, Daddy.
I did the biggest eye roll ever on that part.
He was saying that he believed in his brother.
Brothers don't talk like that. Have you ever talked to your sister like that before? Like, Lundy, I believe in you. You're the best. Nobody talks like that. I was like, please finish with this cringy, mushy nonsense that y'all talking about.
Hate on that.
I'm not hating on it. I just didn't like it.
But Daddy, the whole world is on his shoulders. He needed at least his brother to say something real good about him. Am I right? The whole world was on his shoulders. Am I right?
No, you're wrong.
No, I'm not.
It was lame. Can you not admit how it could be a little bit lame?
Well, it's
when you say "well," then that means you couldn't understand.
But it was a little long when he was saying that, but that's it.
It was a lot long. Okay. The key part. When they first stole the key from Scourge, did they say it?
Scourge. And
let me find out you saying it wrong. I'm gonna blast you later on. If I find out that you pronouncing it wrong, the way you looking at me when I say Scourge, if you pronouncing it wrong, I'm gonna laugh at you. Anyway, so were you surprised whenever Scourge got the key, went and talked to the big homie, the big planet guy, and he was like, "You dumb fool! This is only half of it." Were you pretty surprised on that?
Well, when the like Falcon or whatever broke, it did look kind of weird. I was like, isn't it supposed to look a little different? Because even I haven't watched any of those. Well, I've watched like 30 minutes of it, but I haven't watched any of those movies and like seen that, and I was like, that looks a little weird. Doesn't look right. So
Yeah, I was surprised on that part. I figured he had the whole key. I was like,
because I was like, it's like only a few minutes in the movie. It can't just end like that. I'm like, it has to be something.
yeah, I was pretty surprised though. And then when he said that was half of the key, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Because like you said, I'm like, it's kind of early for him to already have it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, where would
because
the movie go
usually
from
it's like maybe like half into the movie when they get that, and then like the other half they figure out how to destroy them or something.
Right. So, another character that I liked a whole bunch was the airplane. I thought that dude was hilarious.
He was really funny.
Yeah.
And Mirage was like, we gotta fly on that dude again.
Yeah, he said, I'm walking. I ain't gonna fly
like,
on this thing. I'm walking.
It was really funny when Mirage was like, I'm walking to Peru.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. But that plane came around that corner all busted and disgusted. And I said, yeah, I wouldn't want to get on that bad boy either. But it made it over there, apparently. I thought that plane was funny, though. I thought he was real funny.
And he had that big old beard. And he was like, and he was coughing and stuff. He was
right.
real old.
Yeah, he looked rough. So, the way that Optimus Prime, I guess we'll go towards the end of the movie now. Just something I'm thinking of. The way that Optimus Prime ended up killing Scourge, that was pretty crazy, wasn't it? Like he grabbed his face and put it in that hot lava.
I thought he was gonna get his butt whooped again.
I did too. I'm like, I mean, as many times as I done seen him get his butt whooped, I was just waiting on him to lose again and for somebody to save him. So I'm like, here we go. But the way that he took him out, like I don't know if you remember, but he like pulled that blade out and like cut his legs off.
That's like the best comeback I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was crazy though. He like put that blade out, cut his legs real smooth,
and then he cut his arms off so he couldn't stab him or anything, and then ripped his head off.
Yeah, he got busy on him. He got super busy. Yeah. What else can you think of?
Ooh, the comeback of B. Well, I was really surprised how B just died. Like,
did you think he was gone forever? Or do you think he was coming back?
I thought I knew he was coming back because in the trailer there was a scene and I hadn't seen it yet, so I was like, oh, he's gonna come back.
Yeah. So the trailer spoiled it for you, huh?
Yeah, I should have not seen it.
I didn't see that part.
I should have not seen the trailer, but I was really surprised how he died. Like in like.
It was quick.
Like 20 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, it was quick.
Like he just stabbed him and like sucked the energy out of him or somehow.
Yeah.
He was like, it was a blast. It was like he sucked his energy out or
he
something.
Killed him good though.
He like stabbed him.
It was like no doubt. It's like, oh yeah, he dead.
Yeah, like B came running with the sword of Optimus Prime, trying to save Optimus Prime because Optimus Prime
gets
real weak. But he got all the best weapons, and he never uses them.
Right.
And so B comes running, trying to save him, and then he just stabs him right in the middle.
Yeah. That was tough. He killed him good. You know, sometimes you be like, I don't know if he dead or not.
And I'm like, this is all your fault, Optimus Prime.
But you know, sometimes you watch a movie, you be like, nah, he probably gonna come back alive. His eyes gonna probably light back up. I was like, nah, that brother dead. He killed him all the way. I said, he dead, boy. He ain't gonna hop up from this one. Kind of like at the end when Mirage, like how he was getting shot in his back. I was like, he might come back.
I kind of knew he was dead because like his eyes went black, and then for like 10 minutes, he was dead, and then all of a sudden his eyes light back up, and then he talks. And I'm like, how?
Right, because he didn't kill him. He didn't kill him. Like, he killed Bumblebee. Like, it was like, it's over. But Mirage, I was like, oh, well, he might not be dead, you know? But that was another part. He stayed dead too long.
Yeah, for Mirage. Like 10 minutes.
So that's another on this movie. That's why it's not a 10.
You said the last one was a
hater.
I
thought that was the last one, but that was another part. He stayed dead a little too long to come back alive. Because usually when somebody gets shot or something, they fall down and they close their eyes and they act like they dead, they'll be down there for maybe like 20 seconds and they get up, or maybe 10 seconds,
or maybe even a minute.
He was down there for a long time, and then he was like, "Oh, here I come back." But anyway, I'm glad you mentioned the whole Bumblebee thing, because that to me was the best part in the whole movie.
Because like, yay, Bumblebee's gonna save the day, because he was getting all those things that were falling from the sky,
Right?
And he shot all those things from Optimus Prime. I was like, he's gonna save the day.
Yeah, and then the music that was playing, the LL Cool J "Don't Call It a Comeback," that was cold.
That was real fun. He came falling down, and then he did his he was like that, and then he
was like, what?
So he fell from the sky, and he did this for his little helmet to come down.
Okay. Go ahead, keep going.
And then all of a sudden he played "Don't Call It a Comeback." That was
cold.
funny.
That was good. That was real cold. I was like, I don't know. Whenever I was watching it, I was like, this is one of the best scenes that I've watched this whole year. You know what I'm saying? Like that part was cold.
Better than
one of.
Oh, okay.
Better than what were you gonna say? The Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Don't ruin it though, because the people that's watching this may not have
they
seen the
might
Spider-Man
not.
movie yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was one of the best scenes that I've watched, like this year. Maybe top 3 or 4.
Oh.
Yeah, that "Don't Call It a Comeback" scene, that was crazy to me. I was like, oh, they killed that.
That wasn't a very surprising scene, because the trailer spoiled it. So.
I didn't see that in the trailer, so that's why we were watching some trailer earlier. I don't remember what the movie was, but I was showing you a trailer, and I turned it off. Oh, it was the movie we watched today.
Ready Player One.
So that's why whenever I was showing you the trailer for Ready Player One, I only showed you like the first 30 seconds of it. I was like, all right, because you'll see a scene and then you're like, oh, I'm waiting on that scene to come. So and so really didn't die, because you know how that goes. Get spoiled by the trailer. All right, what else you want to talk about Transformers: Rise of the Beasts?
Well, it's really cool. It was in the end of the movie when it's like the war part. It's like I didn't know the Maximals could turn into big old things. Like the cheetah came into a giant thing and was killing all those people. And I'm like, why haven't you done that sooner?
That is true. Yeah, that is a good point. Why didn't they do that sooner? I don't know.
They could have done that when what's it? the
Air Razor?
Yeah, Air Razor was turned bad. They could have turned big and fought her easily.
Well, you see these issues that you're finding in the movie? When you say, why didn't they do that? That's why it goes from 10 to 9 to 8. Maybe 7.5. I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to change it to 9.5.
No, don't change it, because you find all these issues. So, I thought the end was real cool. The last fight.
Yeah.
Like Optimus Prime fighting fighting Scourge, and then when Noah turned into the G.I. Joe thing, I don't know what you call that, when he put that suit on. When Noah was fighting in that suit.
It wasn't called G.I. Joe because he found out G.I. Joe in the last scene.
Right, but I'm saying it was I just call it that, just throw a nickname out there, but it was like a Power Ranger suit. Power Ranger suit or something.
It was way better than Power Ranger.
I looked at that thing, I was like, what the heck is that? That was kind of weird to me, but it was cool. I had never seen anything like that in the Transformers. Well, actually, I have.
You have?
Yeah, in the Transformers cartoon movie. They was out there fishing and stuff, and that little dude, you haven't seen it. You have to watch it.
Don't spoil it for me.
But they do put machines on. I forgot about that. They actually do wear machines like that in the movie. That's crazy. In the cartoon movie, animated movie. I
have one Transformer comic book.
Yeah.
I haven't read that. I need to read that.
Yeah, you have to read that. But I thought the end was real cool. I did. Well, did you think that Optimus Prime was going to die at the end when he said, I'm just going to blow this thing up? Did you think he was going to die, or did you think he was going to live through it?
I knew he was going to lose.
Live?
Not live.
I thought he was going to die.
Because Noah was right there, and he didn't get in the car. He was just sitting on the back, and they didn't go really far when they like turned it to Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime. So I was like, oh no, it's just gonna go save him.
Really?
Because remember when he was falling, he put his axe there, and I was like, someone's gonna grab him.
I thought whenever because I'm trying to think of how he blew that thing up. I think he smashed it with his.
No, he grabbed it.
No, I'm saying like whenever Optimus Prime was blowing that thing up, didn't he like smash it with his axe?
I'm pretty sure he crushed it with his hand or something.
Yeah, something like that. I figured once he did that, he was gonna blow up. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I thought it was just gonna be one big explosion, but he was like sucking everything in.
Yeah. So I thought it was just gonna be like, I'm gonna blow this thing up, and he'd go over there and be like, boom, and then he'd be dead, blown up into a bunch of little pieces. But then when he didn't blow up like that, I was like, huh, so they gonna try to save this?
I mean, there's like a little explosion, and then like 20 seconds when it wasn't sucking, and he was like, oh, weak. And for a second, I thought he was gonna die, because I thought that was gonna be it, just like one little, well, not little, but explosion.
Right.
But then, like 20 seconds later, it like sucks everything in, and then gets into axe and like puts it there. I was like,
and then
someone's gonna save him.
Yeah, and then Noah went and grabbed him, and then
because they didn't go far when it like turned to Optimus, and I was like, Noah's gonna grab him.
Oh, so you can tell them the future, huh? So you know how movies gonna end, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So what else you want to talk about Transformers movie?
There's one cool scene I really liked, and it was like Optimus went on top of these mountains, and he like was staring at the castle, and then Scourge got all of his like minions, and Optimus Prime was like, "Let them come," and then like his
mask.
Yeah, his like mask came up. That was really cool.
Yeah, it was a cool part. It was a good movie. I mean, a solid 8 for me. I can't go to an 8.5, 9, 9.5, or 10. Can't do that. But I think it was a super solid movie. I liked it a whole lot. I mean, and it had a post-credit scene. I don't know why I like post-credit scenes so much.
I love post-credit scenes.
I don't know why I like them so much.
Because whenever you see a post-credit scene, you know there's going to be like a second one or something.
Right. Some kind of shock that's going to lead you to the next movie that's coming out, the sequel of it. You don't know what G.I. Joe is, really, do you?
No, I don't know what G.I. Joe is at all. I was so confused because I was like, what is G.I. Joe? And why are these people so small when he walked in?
Yeah, you'll have to... There was a G.I. Joe video game back in the day on the Nintendo.
Oh, when I was watching that video, it was saying there's like a show called G.I. Joe. It was like a spy.
Yeah. So you'll have to look into that. There's some movies that got made. I say recently, but I guess it was like 2010ish or something like that. G.I. Joe movie.
You say that's recently, Daddy?
Right. That's crazy that that's a long time ago. 2010 is a little while. Yeah, it's a while ago now. But there was a cartoon that was made in the 80s, and then maybe the early 90s, and then it went to like, they made it into a movie that didn't do very well, and then they did like a Cobra movie after that. They did a Snake Eyes movie that didn't do very well. So they just did away with the G.I. Joe stuff, and apparently they're going to try to bring it back, I guess. I don't know. They combined Beast Wars with Transformers in this movie. So I guess next movie they're going to do G.I. Joe and Transformers.
And Maximals, maybe?
Well, Maximals is the Beast Wars thing.
Well, at the end, he was like, I know your friend. And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he was like, Maximals and stuff. So I was like, it's probably going to be Maximals, G.I. Joe, and Transformers.
Right. Which, I'm here for it. Would you watch it?
Yeah, I would watch it.
So, you give it a what? What's your final score?
9.5.
Okay. So, you say 9.5. I say 8. So, I want to try to come to an agreement. The two of us are going to give this movie a score. We're not going to have two separate scores. We're going to come up with one score.
You're the hater.
We've talked about this movie all this time now. I don't know how long this is going. We've talked about it for a while. we found some serious issues in it. We found the spiders that died real quick.
You were the spiders, and you were. What was the other one? What was the other problem for you?
How Mariah died and stayed down there for forever, and then came back.
There's one problem that I don't agree with you.
Chris, which is Noah's little brother, he was just too sappy.
He was just being sappy a little too long. Okay.
There you go. So that's 3 things. There's some other stuff in this movie that was just like, what? Like how they kept giving the key to the people instead of keeping it with the big huge robot machine alien.
Haters.
So that's 4 issues that we found, and you give it a 9.5.
I'll give it a solid 9. Okay, if that's what you want, I'll give it.
Let's settle on 8.5. Let's give the movie 8.5.
8 3/4.
8.75. That's a deal. I'll deal. That's a deal.
8 3/4.
Yep.
Okay.
Shake. All right. So the score from us is 8.75. 8 3/4. All right. Anything else you want to say before we sign off?
I feel like there's one more thing I want to talk about.
Well, if you can't think of it, then it must not
I was thinking about it, but now I forgot.
Well, maybe it'll come to you whenever we stop the show. I don't know. But what else you want to say? What do you want to say to the people? Well, I know what to say. I'll say, please like the video because that helps us a whole lot. It helps with the algorithm. It makes our show go through people's timeline whenever you're swiping through YouTube trying to find something to watch. Pushing the like button makes our video go to those people who are swiping through looking for something to watch. So please do like the video. Also, what should they do with the video?
They should.
I mean, with our channel, not the video.
They should like and subscribe. They should comment below. Comment down below.
Yep, comment for sure. You almost said it, but subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel because Raya and I are going to be doing reviews on every movie we watch. We'll probably see one movie probably every other week, especially in the summertime because so many movies come out. So please do like and subscribe to the video and to the channel. We appreciate that. As always, we appreciate your time. So take it easy. God bless. Peace.
Peace.